Yeah, good morning, guys. Let's get
Morning,
started
sir.
with inheritance. Last session, we have seen single and multi-level inheritances. So now we are going to discuss something called hierarchical inheritance, in which we have something called one parent class, and you can have multiple child classes. Okay? Yeah. So we are focusing on fourth one now, hierarchical inheritance. Okay? So let's get started. So let me delete all these things. So what is the example that I wanted to show you now is like we have a parent class called Tata Motors, sorry Tata Group, under which we have two child classes like TCS and Tata Motors. These are the two child classes. Tata Motors, like TCS and Tata Motors. Like this, we have two child sessions, two child classes. Okay, like this I wanted to do, guys. So first this is parent and these two are childs. So how do we do? First we need to create a parent class called Tata Group, and then create a child class called TCS. Okay, and then create another child class called Tata Motors. Now we need to inherit this Tata Group into these two child classes. So what should I do? Colon Tata Group.
For the group.
Same thing should be done for the second class also. Okay, so like this we need to do. So this is the parent class, one parent, two child classes. This is called as hierarchical inheritance. Let's do the same thing in Visual Studio. So 17, right? Let's make it as 18. So click on next, and oops, underscore 18, create. So first we need to define a class called Tata Group, in which I'm writing just, so what is this example is all about? Hierarchical inheritance. Okay, so the class Tata Group I'm taking, which is a parent for both the derived classes. Okay, so here what I'm writing is just I'm writing public void a method called head office. Like this I'm writing. Head office is common, Tata Group head office common for both the child classes. That is the reason I'm writing. So like here I'm writing Tata Group head office. Okay, is located at, okay, is here I'm giving something like this. You can give the location of Tata Group head office, and here what I'm saying is class TCS. I'm saying here I'm writing a method public void operations. I'm saying okay. So here what should I write? Console.write line. So here I'm saying Tata consultancy services. Like this I'm writing. So it is dealing with consultancy services, so I'm writing like that. Then class Tata Motors, here I'm writing console.writeLine. I mean, we need to write a method, right? Public void operations. What are the operations you are doing. What is this Tata Motors do? They will manufacture. Tata Motors manufactures four wheelers. Okay, four or six, like cars and vehicles, trucks and everything. Okay, so that's like this. I wrote it, but here both are independent classes. I mean, all are independent classes. So now I want to make relationship between these three classes. Like I want to make this as parent to these two TCS and Tata Motors. For that, what should I do? Just colon Tata Group. That's it. And here also I'm writing same thing. Colon Tata Group. So when I say this, so Tata Group became parent to both the classes called TCS and Tata Motors. So in this way, we can implement hierarchical inheritance. Okay. So let's go to this main class, and we are trying to create object of two child classes. So we need not bother about parent now. So we need to create object for TCS. Small TCS is equal to new TCS is equal to new TCS, and then so I need to call TCS dot operations. Okay, you will get that method whatever is there, and then you can also call head office. Okay, suppose TCS operations I want to do, and TCS head office. So this is coming from where? Coming from the parent class. Coming from Tata Group. That is parent. This is coming from TCS. Okay. Same way we need to create object for Tata Motors. Tata Motors. Motors is equal to, or Tata Motors is equal to new Tata Motors. So this is the class name and this is object name. Okay. So again here I can call Tata Motors dot operations and Tata Motors dot head office. So like this I can call. So that is how what I'm doing here. I'm calling head office method from the parent class and the respective operation from the child classes. So in that way I can implement hierarchical inheritance. Okay, so like this you can have multiple child classes, guys. There is no rule that only one parent and two children. You can have like one parent and multiple, like you can have three also. Like Tata Power is there, that also can add it as a child. So you can try that, guys. You add one more child class called Tata Power, and inherit from Tata Group again, and then check it out. Let's run it and see, guys. Here is the output. So first we got it like Tata Consultancy Services. Tata Group head office is like you can write Mumbai or Delhi, wherever it is. Okay. So you write that head office address, and Tata Motors manufacture four wheelers, and Tata Group head office is here. So Tata Group head office is common for both the uh, uh, child companies or group of companies. So same common head office for all the child companies. In that way, you can write it, guys. Okay, yeah. So this is the way to implement what you call hierarchical inheritance. Okay, so we are done with the single, and we are done with multi-level yesterday, previous session, and now just now we have finished hierarchical inheritance. So hybrid is not possible in C sharp, and multiple inheritance is not possible with the classes. So once we discuss interfaces in upcoming sessions, we will see how to implement this multiple inheritance. Okay. Now what we are talking about is there is a small concept which is one of the important interview questions, that is how constructors and destructors will behave or will be inherited. Okay, destructors in inheritance. So this is the topic we are talking about. Constructors and destructors in inheritance. For example, we have a class called base. Okay, You can give any name, guys. Actually, we have a base keyword which is said to be in lowercase. So here I'm giving B capital letter. You can give any other name. So here I have a constructor, guys, like public base. Okay, we have a constructor, and we have one destructor here. Guys, are you listening?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
After the base.
Yeah. So we have constructor called the base parameterless constructor. Here we have a destructor. Same way we have a child, I mean derived class. It is also having same constructor and destructor. Derived colon base. So I inherited base class into derived class. Here also I have a constructor and a destructor. Public derived is a default constructor or parameterless constructor, followed by a destructor as well. Okay. So here I'm giving tilde sign. So whenever you give tilde sign, it will become destructor. Okay. Yeah, like this we have two classes, one base class and one derived class, in which we have constructors and destructors together in both base class and derived classes. Now what happens? So whenever I inherit a base class into derived class, so hope you will get this constructor and this destructor into this, like that we think. And then what happens? So when you call or when you instantiate derived class, or when you create object for derived class, what is the output? So first base class constructor will come, or derived class when constructor will come. Any guess, guys?
First derived, I think.
First derived. Okay. Prashant?
So derived class.
First derived class constructor. Surya? Okay. So the actual answer is first we will be getting base class constructor. Okay. And what about destructor, guys? Any guess?
If it
Destructors.
start with base, I think it should be base.
No. Coming to destructor. Prashant, can you guess?
No, sir.
Yeah. Coming to destructors, it will call the first derived class, then the base class. So constructors will be called in ascending order. Constructors will be called from base to derived, whereas destructors will be called in reverse order, called from derived to base. So constructors will be called from top to bottom direction. Okay. And destructors will be called from bottom to top direction, reverse direction. Okay, let us see that, guys, so that we will understand, because it was one of the interview questions. Let's go to file, close solution. Let's create another project for this so that it will be better. Demo 19 we are creating. Okay, so in this I'm doing this example. So what is this topic is all about? Constructors and destructors in inheritance. Okay, so what I'm doing, class base I'm taking, class name itself base I'm taking, and here I need a constructor. CT over short, press tab, you will get a constructor. Here I'm writing constructor from base. That is what I'm writing. And I want to write a destructor, so tilde base, like that I wrote it. Destructor is ready. Here I'm writing destructor from base, like that I wrote it. Okay, so base class is done. Now we are defining a derived class. Class derived colon base. Okay, so here I'm writing again a constructor and destructor. So here I'm writing constructor for derived class itself, console.write line destructor invoked, like that I wrote it.
So it's constructor.
Sorry, constructor of constructor. Yeah, constructor from derived. Okay, constructor from derived. Yeah. So we are writing a destructor here. Okay, destructor from derived. Like this, I wrote it. Okay, this is constructor from derived class and it's a destructor from derived class. So let's try to do it, guys. Check it out. So we have base class in which we have just a default constructor and a destructor. And in derived class, we have a default constructor and a destructor. Now let's create an object for the derived class and we will see what happens. So derived is equal to new derived. Okay. Let's run it, guys. At the time of execution, please be careful because if you click on when you keep console.read key also you may not get the output this time because destructors and
Control F and
default.
F5.
Yeah, control Fi you need to use. See, I'm executing like this. Now you may not see the destructors here. See, guys, only constructors you are able to see when you press any key. It is closing. Excuse me. So that's the reason what to do is control Fn plus F5 from the keyboard. That is what you need to press. Now you will see this, guys. See, guys, what is the output? First constructor from base, then constructor from derived, parent to child. Coming to destructor is concerned, first derived class constructor, then destructor, then base class destructor. From the bottom to top, it is calling. So this is one of the interview questions, guys. So please prepare well. So go through this example, do it in your system, and let me know any doubts. Okay. So next example will be like how do we pass or initialize base class members from derived class with base keyword. We'll discuss in the next session. Okay.